I'm Justin Brown. I'm from Convergys. Convergys do relationship technology management, so we manage our customers' relationships with their customers on their behalf through outsourced call center agents, but we also have technology and consulting expertise that we can bring to play out of our call centers. The Convergys brand is not very well known in South Africa. We were previously Intervoice in Africa, and last year Convergys acquired Intervoice. So one of the things that we've been doing this year is getting out there and getting people more familiar with who Convergys is and what we do, taking our market leadership position in North America and really just translating that into a pedigree that we can show the African operators. Trying to establish ourselves better in Africa, the logical starting point is the bigger markets. So South Africa, because we are based here, we've been focusing a lot on South Africa and also on markets where we see the customer relationship becoming more important. So one of the things we've been doing is speaking to operators and just trying to figure out which operators are currently focusing on the customer experience as opposed to really just rolling out network and building up capacity. South Africa, in East Africa, Kenya and Uganda is looking quite good at the moment as well, and then in West Africa, Nigeria and Senegal. Being a vendor, it's affected the networks, and anything that affects the networks does affect the vendors. So. But one of the things we concentrate on is not just on the customer experience, but it's also on cost containment. So it's really opened up doors in being able to go and talk to operators and see what are you doing and how can you do it better and how can you do it more effectively to help contain costs. And we find that they're very willing to talk about those terms with the current global situation. So it has affected us, but it's also opened opportunities. We're very much taking a consultative approach where what we see is in the past vendors have really just dumped technology on operators and disappeared, and operators didn't really have the skill or the know-how to make that technology work properly, and that's really what we're concentrating on, is not just supplying the technology. The technology is the last phase of what we do. So we first come in and have a look at the business objectives. Then we translate those business objectives into, we analyze and translate that into actions. And then the technology leads out of those actions. So the technology is really right at the end of the process. I think the AfricaCom is a unique event in Africa because it's really one of the few events where you have so many senior executives from so many networks. So it really gives an opportunity for us to bring our senior management out to South Africa and have a good opportunity to really network with a lot of senior people. So from that point of view, it's really good. Obviously, it's also a very good benchmark on what's going on in the industry. It gives us a chance to talk to other vendors and see what's happening in the industry. And so it's invaluable from that point of view to get a feel for what the new developments are.